Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We are talking about a pretty fun event that I think you're want to get in on June 3rd. Joining me is the event coordinator and Crows Foundation president, Craig. Say your last name for me again. Kuchenbecker,
Yep.
thank you. Okay, so this is great. I can't wait to learn a little bit more about it. Give us sort of an overview.
Okay, so about 4 years ago, we decided at the Athletic Club and CrossFit Vultus to host a fundraising event. It's very similar, I guess, to a lot of the 5Ks people do. It's to raise money, and this has a little twist on it. So we are doing very military-style calisthenics instead of just your 5K run. And the benefit is to our wounded veterans.
Wow.
So that's who we're working towards raising some funds for.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what a wonderful cause, and a great way to, I have to imagine, get an incredible workout.
Right.
If somebody is interested in getting involved in the event, either participating or helping out with the financial component, fundraising part, how would one get involved? What would be the best way to do that?
So our website's pretty user-friendly. It's backtobasictraining.com, and I think that it'll be flashed up on the screen, but that has basically all the information that you would need, how to get involved, how to participate, spectate, or donate. It's all there.
And let's touch a little bit more on the organization that is benefiting from the event, because I think that's a really important component, is sort of the fundraising give back efforts. So share a little bit more.
So it's a great question. So the Semper Fi Fund is an organization that helps wounded vets and their families. What's great about that organization is 94% of everything goes right back to the vets. So that's a big key thing that people are looking for when deciding where their donation dollars should go. The other key thing is it stays local. So they allow me to keep it right here in Wisconsin, help people right in Dane County. So it really stays as local as we want it to. And then this year, it's very interesting, I was able to start the Crows Foundation. So the Crows Foundation, talk about local, it will be right in our very own community, and that will help disabled vets get into exercise classes. So if there has to be some sort of adaptive exercise technique or piece of equipment, we want them to feel that camaraderie, that esprit de corps, that purpose that comes with kind of joining others in that fitness and exercise field.
Wow. Well, that's a lot. I think we could talk about this probably all afternoon, but I want to learn a little bit more about the organization specifically. So talk to us about that.
So the Crows Foundation, like I had mentioned, it's going to be Sun Prairie based to start with, right in the Prairie Athletic Club. They've given me a great platform to really embrace and bring in these guys that went off to combat. They left with everything that they left with, but they didn't come back with everything. So it's a great way for our community to rally around those guys, to lift them up a little bit and give them a sense of purpose. I've been in the industry, the fitness industry, for 15 years, so it allows me to use some of the skills that I know and have learned throughout the years to really feel like I'm helping these guys. Combat vet myself. The Crows Foundation is actually named after 5 of the guys that we lost in Iraq. So it's their initials of their last name. So we're trying to memorialize the fallen and lift up those guys that didn't come back with everything that they left with. A great way for those guys to learn how to be part of a fitness world again. It's very confusing sometimes if you've lost something, you've lost a leg or an arm. How do I learn how to exercise again? How do I even start with that? And so we employ personal trainers, coaches, physical therapists, chiropractor, nutritionists, because we want to teach them the proper ways of eating again, and then a lot of mindfulness training too. So we really want to get them back focused to being whole again, and that's really the idea behind the organization of the Crows Foundation.
Wow, what a huge topic that a lot of additional questions I'm sure we could chat about, but I think it's really special and incredible that you've got this organization willing to take on something that is so challenging and so difficult and sometimes forgotten.
Right.
So thank you for doing that. And the event, if you're interested, just as a reminder, is on June 3rd, and I'm sure they'd love to have some additional participants. You probably know a thing or two with your background. You can help out.
Definitely. Yep.
Thank you so much for sharing. Again, this is Craig Kuchenbecker, the event coordinator and Crows Foundation president. lots of fun. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Talk of the Town coming up after the break.